Welcome back to Let's Play God Hand. This is Kung Fu Jesus.
This is Medibot.
And my name is Kaz.
And we're going to be doing the rest of the game now.
Wait, the rest of the game? The rest of the game.
The rest of the game. Single rest.
Single rest.
I think in music that's a quarter rest, but I'm not sure.
Oh.
You'd have to ask someone smarter than me about that. I'm not versed on. I've not researched.
Maverick, what does that word mean?
I don't know.
Look, all I'm telling you is Fenn's a goddamn genius.
Stinging bee.
Yeah.
You're purchasing moves.
I am purchasing moves. I spend quite a lot of time doing this. I don't know why. I want to show you some moves that are now open to us. We have Palm Smash, which is freaking excellent, but it's so expensive and I don't have a use for it in my playstyle. Basically, it's two palms, unblockable, so if you do it into a guard, it will break their guard and launch them. And it does lots of damage, and it has its own sound effect. A whoosh sound.
That's really nice.
Really nice.
Rarely get an extra sound effect for a move.
Yeah, charge moves get it, but this one's not a charge move. It's just an awesome move. I got the Stinging Bee, which of course goes after the Floating Butterfly in my combo. It does more damage, and it's a bit slower, but hey, it's multi-hits, it does more damage. It's great. This is my combo, my endgame combo. I love it. It has two single hits in the beginning, followed up with massive attack.
Guard Breaker 2. Is there a Guard Breaker 3?
No.
There's no Guard Breaker 3?
No.
Those jerks.
There's no move called Guard Breaker 3. There is another move that is similar, and we will see later on. Also, new roulette moves opened. The Kung Fu Tango, which is, I think, 400 damage for one roulette orb. You realize how ridiculous that is? The Dragon Kick is 400 damage for two.
But I can hit a bunch of guys, though.
No.
Oh.
So 1-to-1. It has the same number of... I mean, it's Dragon Kick you get at the beginning, and this you get at the end, but...
Well, yeah.
How far have we come? Very far. Very far.
Quite far. You could see it on the map.
Yes, all the X's. Anyway, this is Death Shudder. This is the stage that has the most enemies per capita. It has the most harmful enemies per capita. All of these guys are going to be just... well, I mean, they're not all elite, because there's the martial artists over there. But these guys are new, and they're elite. And they're basically human versions of the red robots from Stage 4. So, yeah. I mean, they wear the same outfit. They don't have the steam-powered punch thing that the red robots do. They have everything else, and they do lots of damage, and they have lots of health. Other than that, they're pretty generic.
So do you think, flavor-wise, they could have been robots?
No.
You don't seem to have any other robots.
Well,
so you beat one and then three more pop out?
Yes, they're like, well, I guess we'll just... You're not, you're killing him too quickly. We'll just have to... you get this katana. Don't use the katana on the one dude. Use it on the three dudes. It's good for getting all of them down to
this is
half
now
health.
a mini game. You're no longer playing. You're playing some game from Chrono Trigger where you had to keep the guys away while you were rescuing the person.
You'd be right, but you're not. It's more about using your resources wisely and knowing how the enemies are going to spawn.
Does no one else remember that game?
I remember it. I thought that was in FF6. Or am I disremembering my SNES RPGs?
It's also in FF7, so don't... yeah, it's in a lot of things. When you have the dudes, they are advancing up they're advancing very slowly up a series of crags, and you have to place your guys.
That's in 6 and 7.
Yeah.
But the one in Chrono Trigger I'm talking about is an actual mini game, and...
Well, so is this.
Well, with the katana, you do.
Well, anyway.
Just keeping them away. There's another one! Ha!
And there was another one behind the other pillar, right. And this is my safe, my panic room. I come in here when I am surrounded by mans. I want to kill him in the room because it's far away, contains goodies if I get in trouble.
Well, I think I figured it out. If these sort of look like people but are acting like robots, they gotta be Reploids.
No, I was about to say this. What happened is Dr. Ion is kind of a wannabe, so he created these robot versions of the guys that everyone else had. like Belze and Elvis. And they all have their henchmen that are like sort of unique. He's like, damn, I want some of that action, and so he created a bunch of robots that were just copies. Only his copies were really inferior.
Oh, so you mean to say so far you've been fighting the robot copies of that actual person who
Right.
we only see at this point?
Right. I mean, I have to assume that because it's later in the game, and they're much better than the robots. So, anyway, this sort of strategy that I've been using, you go off to the left, you fight those guys over there, you run over here, this is sort of a hard mode strategy. I mean, it's working on level dive for me. It's the best way to pick off them one at a time, the way you're supposed to in level dive.
Certainly want to only fight one guy at a time in God Hand at large, let alone in this particular place.
So yeah, there are plenty of boxes. And then you get this 2x4 that's like the bait, because if you go to pick it up, at the beginning, they'll all rush you, and then you're screwed. So don't do that.
You'll die.
You'll die, and then you'll be in a graveyard. And that arm will not be yours anymore. Anyway, you get... there's always a 2 roulette orb thing in that. And then in this house, these 2 jars always drop health, but it always depends. It's not always the same. Unless, on lower levels, it's usually a strawberry, though. So if you're not that good, you just get beat up, and then run in there, grab the strawberry. Alright, I'm ready for more. Now we're about to enter the second part of the Death Shudder. And this is the part that a lot of people have trouble with. But there's a widely accepted strategy for beating it.
Oh man, that's a lot of guys.
So pick them off one at a time.
So
wait.
there's 8 elites, and they're all coming at you, and they all sort of run at you in a line, so it's time for some Shaolin Blast. Bam!
Whoa!
Yeah. And it, of course, if one of those guys was a Tiger Joe, and when he dies, he spawns a Trident Demon, so... basically, with the Shaolin Blast, if I don't pick off one of those 3 groups of dudes, I'm kind of fucked. Because that's kind of the point, is to pick off the Tiger Joes and the two big guys, the Zebra guy and Tiger Joe, and one of the 3 groups, so I can just do God Hand on the other 2.
Those Trident demons do not seem to be knocking about.
They don't flinch. Because I threw that electric rod and he just sort of took it. Didn't care.
He's made of like 3 snakes and 2 demons.
He appears to be shooting something at you.
He was shooting a laser beam into the ground. Fat lot of good that does when I'm all the way over here. Anyway, his strategy is to swing his dude at you, and you duck it and hit him until he dizzies. Also, you do not realize how close I came to death. Right there. Right there, he tried to grab me and do the grab of doom, and that is the worst grab in the game.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Because the fat guys have a grab. The gorilla's grab? Come on.
It's worse than the gorilla's grab.
Oh my
It's worse
God.
than it will kill you.
It
It will kill you because it comes out instantly. It has almost 0 telegraph, and it grabs you instantly and does a multi-hit punch. So even if you have guts,
Hold on, Olivia. I'm coming.
doesn't matter.
That tower looks pretty important.
That's where we're going next, and
Trident, got Haymaker 2. I don't suppose you get to use this Trident on anything.
you could if you killed them before you killed everyone else. But there's no one else in the stage. We killed them all. That's it. And of course, a Kick Me Sign run, this is the stage from hell. It's the worst stage in the game. The strategy is run around, pick up boxes, throw them at people, duck dodge, and do sweeps. That's all I can tell you. And just run away.
That sounds not fun at all.
It's not, and it's the reason I didn't do it. I might do another video again of not using Shaolin Blast, maybe using other moves, but not Shaolin Blast, to show off exactly how hard this stage can be. But that's the easy way to do it. Anyway, we have...
That's the way of mortals. If you are mortal, you will use this method to defeat them.
If you're Einrahi Kuara, or whoever that guy is on YouTube, then maybe you'll just sort of beat them all up. I don't know. Anyway, this is the final little demon challenge. It's also the easiest.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That seems a little
Huh.
inappropriate.
It's
Violate them all. Well, 2 minutes.
you have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to beat up the bouncer. Okay, he does do most of your health bar in one hit. Alright, that's fine. Don't get hit. It's very simple. Basically, you use him to recharge your God Hand. And then you get to level die, and then you kill him. And it's very easy, because this is how you kill him. Watch this. You charge punch him, and then punch him, and he gets mad and jumps off the edge, and you win.
Ring
Wait,
out!
What? No! When did this become Soul Calibur?
It's Soul Calibur. You didn't realize you were playing a different game,
man.
but there you go. That's the strategy, and it's... I mean, if you want to fight him, that's fine. You can do it anytime you want in the, arena. You just punch someone in the casino.
No, yeah, true.
But if you want the money, you go and do it that way. I'm just saying. Anyway, you get a strawberry if for some reason you got hit, but fuck that. I mean, I'll take the extra cash. And,
Oh god, we're so dead.
coming up next is the only stage in the game with, no one in it, and no boxes or nothing, so, there's a cutscene.
All my servants, rise from your hellish domicile.
A hellish voice echoes through the chamber, and I'm just going to prove to you that there's nothing here by running around it. There's nothing.
The first of your 3 trials.
Yeah, the 3 tribulations, there is nothing in here.
Looks
And
like-
we're going to end the video right about here. That was the Death Shudder, the best stage in the game. So next we'll see you in the Tower of Power. So good night, God Hand.
Maybe that's hell for the God Hand. Is heaven.